quickly of the buffalo here, and they're giving him space. Something that I was rushing to get here in time in order to witness such amazing bull. Although it took a little bit far dust on the camera itself. The marker can roll down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. It was pretty great.
So I have to keep the vehicle going, and the animal won't be taking this. I'll try more. I wasn't able to stay much because the vehicle is always running. Here, look, he's really enjoying to be with the buffalo. Look like he's trying to fight one of the buffalo there. I don't understand what they're exactly trying to do. As I said, it will be a little bit interaction with the hippo, it will be a little bit interaction with the rhino together with the buffalo. But just before I get here, I also caught at early days of service. You know, it really is true, or it's really sure that it's two rhino. Look at the other ones coming back from the other side. Yeah, it's amazing. Look at the hippo here, it will have interaction. The buffalo here is coming so close, and he's in the body action there, but the is more like he's gonna do something to the buffalo. It's such amazing. In the early days, you get to see breeding herd of buffalo like this. It was further south. In the area where we are, it was not much activity of buffaloes. Seeing like this, I remember early days. I was checking many buffalo before. It was in Sand River, south of Malamala, area called Flock Feed. Is where actually I have seen them around there. I remember early days, my mother's grandfather was used to be around in that area, and I used to visit quite often in that surrounding. So really, for sure, the information that I'm giving today for wildlife, it reminds me, because my grandfather is the one that really introduced me into the bush. He was the one that taught me a lot. I never attended school for anything else that I'm doing today. My class, it was out into the bush on a daily basis. How to survive out in the wild with big five. How can you find food out in the wild, in a dry area, in a rain season, all of that. So I'm giving the information that pass on generation, pass on to the generation to the generation. Look like I was the last generation where in Shangaan tribe we were more interested in wild. All the new blood that are all a new generation are more interested in studying technologies at school. For us, we have studied all things around here out into the world. Out into the wild is nothing that it's really those in black and white in papers. So I have learned even English out in this surrounding in order to communicate. So quite a lot of amazing things that might happen here. And those days, my grandfather is first tracker in early 1965 up to 72. There was a tracker around the area in the South End, the beginning of all lodge, commercial lodge in 1972. It becomes more like commercial. He was the first tracker to habituate a leopard in this surrounding. And also my grandfather introduced me on the skills. How can you habituate a leopard? How can you approach an elephant? How can you approach a buffalo? How can I approach a rhino? It's not something that I learned in a book. It's something that I know practically. I can live out into the world. I can approach any animal, start reading book with an experience that I've been taught with my grandfather in the surrounding. I, as a Shangaan, I born in the area, under the tree, surrounded by buffalo, surrounded by lions. So really, this is my home. I really know everything around the area. So it's really hard of buffalo, the way they move and the noise remind me early days of my grandfather.